You ever see someone get insulted and they just don't react? They stay completely calm while most of us would be seeing red. So how do they do that? Well, today, we're going to get into the science of it. We're going to see how that kind of restraint isn't weakness at all. It's actually a super advanced mental process.
Okay, let's get real for a second. Think about the last time somebody said something that really truly got under your skin. What did you feel in that first split second? It's like a jolt, right? A little flash of heat, maybe your chest gets tight. It happens to everyone.
That feeling, that's your ego basically hitting the panic button. It's your brain's oldest, most primitive instinct kicking in to protect your sense of who you are. It sees that insult as a direct attack, and its first knee-jerk reaction is to fight back, to defend itself. It's totally hardwired into us. So yeah, this is our default setting. It's the path of least resistance for our brain. If we don't consciously do anything, this is the road we're going to go down, almost every single time. But here's the fascinating part. It's not the only road there is.
In that tiny moment right after the insult, our brain is actually at a fork in the road. Path 1 is that impulsive threat response, that fast, hot, defensive reaction. But then there's Path 2, wise control. This one is calm, it's deliberate, and honestly, it's way, way more powerful.
And this is the absolute key to the whole thing. It is a choice. The people who stay calm aren't emotionless robots. They're not just bottling up their feelings. No, they're actively, consciously choosing to step off that default path and take the path of wise control instead. This really forces us to reframe how we think about this. That pause, that moment of silence someone takes after being insulted, that's not them being weak or scared. It's actually a huge demonstration of strength and self-control. It's a total power move.
So how is this even possible? Well, the science tells us it all comes down to just two core psychological functions working together. But when you master them, it changes absolutely everything.
And let's be super clear here. Suppression is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It takes a ton of energy, and eventually, that thing is going to pop right back up when you least expect it. Mastery, on the other hand, is about understanding the emotion, feeling it, and then deciding what to do with all that energy. You're the one guiding the horse, not the horse just running away with you.
All right, so what is actually going on inside the brain that allows for this incredible bit of mental jiu-jitsu? Let's pop the hood and look at the mechanics.
Okay, the first major player is something called executive control. The best way to think about this is like the CEO of your brain. It's the part of your mind, mostly sitting up in your prefrontal cortex, that can see that initial emotional flare-up and go, whoa, hang on a second, let's not just react. It's the thing that overrides the autopilot.
And the second key player? Advanced emotional regulation. So if executive control is the CEO, then this is the playbook the CEO uses. It's the actual skill of handling that wave of emotion. It's not about pretending you're not hurt or angry. It's about responding to those feelings in a way that's constructive, not destructive.
So what happens when these two work together? Well, they perform this kind of mental alchemy. They take all that raw, chaotic energy from the initial emotional hit, the anger, the sting, and they actively redirect it. They don't get rid of it, they transform it into something else.
So here's how it breaks down. Step 1, the insult comes in. Step 2, instantly the default ego defense system lights up like a Christmas tree. But then, and this is the magic moment, Step 3, executive control steps in. It hits the brakes. And the result, Step 4, all that energy gets rerouted away from a snappy comeback and channeled into a state of wise, calm control. So, when we put all these pieces together, what's the big idea here? It all comes down to this one incredibly powerful concept, the art of wise control. This is the ultimate takeaway.
This one phrase just nails it. It's not about getting rid of the threat response, it's about transforming it. Redirects energy toward wise control. That's the whole game, right there. It perfectly sums up this entire process.
This mental shift it's profound. You go from just being reactive to being proactive. You shift from being defensive to being deliberate. You're literally moving from your ego to your intellect, letting the smart part of your brain take the wheel.
So, the most important thing to remember is this. Real strength, true emotional and intellectual power. It's not about having the fastest comeback or the sharpest tongue. It's found in that quiet, invisible moment where you choose your response, instead of letting your automatic reaction choose for you. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? In a world that's always rewarding the loudest person in the room, maybe, just maybe, our greatest strength isn't found in what we say, but in all the things we consciously choose not to.